Hi guys, I'm Eileen. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is about the review of my Hermes Kelly 28. I've had this bag for about a year now. I've used it quite a lot. I've taken it out for shopping, running errands, and even to quite a few weddings this year. So I think I'm in the position to give you a full, fair and honest review. So hopefully that will give you a bit of information if you are considering buying a Kelly. And if you are interested, please keep watching. So my Kelly is in the size 28 and this is in the toggle leather and gold hardware. I'm so happy my SA managed to get this bag for me. I think this is perfect in terms of size, color, leather and hardware. Yeah, I just think she is absolutely stunning. The weight of the bag is about 800 grams. I think I'll insert a few pictures for you as well to show you the exact measurements of this bag. So this is the Kelly return. Now the Kelly bags are also available in the Soulier version and that usually has a more structured and boxy look to it. I went for the return because I much prefer the more relaxed and casual look of this bag. Now the toggle leather is basically a baby calfskin leather. It has a pebble finish to it. And because of the fine grains, the bag is quite scratch resistant and therefore it's quite durable. My SA told me that they don't recommend you using the bag in the rain. That's why they give you a raincoat to cover the bag in case if it rains. But I think in the unfortunate event of water incident, if you do wipe the bag down quickly, you should be okay. In fact, a few months ago I went to a wedding and someone actually knocked over a water bottle and a lot of water splashed onto this bag. So I just quickly wiped the bag down with some tissue papers and it was good as new. So I think this leather is quite a good choice if you are looking for something for daily use. However, over time the leather does soften and can get a bit slouchy. Now I know a lot of people like the slouchy look of a Birkin or a Kelly, but for myself I'm hoping to keep the shape of this bag for as long as I can. So you need to store the bag in the correct way for it to keep its shape. So usually they will recommend you to put a small pillow in the bag or like a bag insert to support the bag while it's being stored. So I usually will keep these little airbags in the bag. So I'll keep 2 of them. Now usually when you buy a Kelly or a Birkin, they will probably give you a few in the bag anyway. So I will just pop them in there and keep the bag like that. So again, that will just help to support the shape of the bag. I think the amount of hardware is quite minimal on this bag. So there are 4 feet on the bottom part of the bag. I think this is a wonderful feature because it certainly keeps the bag clean and it will reduce quite a bit of wear and tear to this part of the leather. And there's obviously hardware on the buckle. There. And on the rims here where the shoulder strap is attached to the bag. Now in terms of wear and tear, I would say I've got quite a few scratches on the feet, which I don't mind because the whole point of having the feet is to protect the leather, so it's simply just doing its job. And on the buckle, I've got quite a few scratches on this part of the hardware. I hope it will focus. But on this part of the buckle, I've actually left the sticker on, so the sticker is still protecting the hardware from getting scratches. Now, my SA told me that they certainly recommend you to remove the stickers as soon as you can because the stickiness is not actually good for the hardware. But I've just left mine on, so maybe in a few months' time I'll remove them. Let's talk about the convenience of using this bag. Now I actually requested for a Kelly before a Birkin because I thought having a shoulder strap would be very handy, especially I have a little boy, and it is handy. The width of the shoulder strap is just right. It feels really comfortable on the shoulder. It doesn't feel like it's digging into my shoulder even if I put a lot of things in my bag. And the length is perfect. It sits perfectly right on the hip. It doesn't sit too low or too high. It looks great. But it will be a bit too short if you want to use it as a crossbody bag. I don't think a lot of people use a Kelly 28 as a crossbody bag anyway, so that shouldn't be a problem. In terms of the handle, it's quite generous, so you can certainly use it on the crook of your arm with no problem at all, and you can use it as a top handle bag. I think it looks really classy when you put it on the crook of your arm like so, and I really like the look of this. And the handle is very structured, it's quite stiff, so I think if you look after the bag, it shouldn't get slouchy, at least not on the handle. I actually think the bag looks really cute when it's all done up. However, it can be a bit difficult to get inside the bag because you do have to unlock the buckle and then move the straps to the side to get inside the bag. So I think that is just too much work for me, so I usually just leave the straps undone and I just lock the buckle. Now getting inside the bag is fairly easy because again you just undo the buckle and you just raise the flap. However, to close the bag it takes a bit more work because when you open the bag to get your things, as you can see, the bag drops, so the flap doesn't really go over the buckle very nicely, so it takes a bit of getting used to close the bag, and I'll show you what I mean on a modeling shot. I just want to show you guys what I mean. Basically, to get inside the bag is fairly easy. You just undo the buckle, move the flap away, and you can get inside the bag to get whatever you need. However, when it comes to closing the bag, it takes a bit more work because as you can see, now the bag is open, and because of the weight of the bag, it kind of drops, so the flap doesn't go over the buckle anymore. So to close the bag, you do have to support the bag and then close the bag like so. And quite often when I close the bag will look a bit wonky, so I do have to adjust the straps like so to make sure it looks straight again. Now if you do reach for your phone a lot, you might find a bit of hassle. Another thing I thought I'll mention is when you lock the bag, you want to make sure the key is completely straight. I'll show you what I mean. So that's the 10 lock. So when you lock it, make sure it's completely straight, because if you leave it slightly sideways or slightly wonky, and when you're using the bag, the weight of the bag can pull on the key, and you can turn the key very slowly to the side, and when it's done it enough, the bag will just snap open. I'm not sure if this is a problem for anyone else, but for myself it's actually happened twice. So right now when I use the bag, I will always double check. I'll make sure the key is perfectly straight. This next part might be relevant to you if you like dressing up your bag. So I love the Hermes Rodeo charms. I think they are really cute and I really enjoy using them. However, on the Kelly, it might be a bit of a hassle if you dress up your bag. Now, when I open the bag, obviously I need to raise the flap, and when I do that, quite often I will flick the charm to the back of the bag. And if I'm in a rush, I'll just forget it's even there. And when I'm aware, I will just move it to the front. And it's been quite a few times as well when I open my bag, the horse will get caught underneath the flap when I come to closing the bag like that. And again, I would just have to pull it out. So it's not really a major problem, but if you are thinking to use the Kelly bag as a daily bag, and if you're thinking to accessorize it with a charm, it might be a little bit of a problem. So in terms of the size, I think the Kelly 28 is the perfect size for me. It doesn't look too big, but it's big enough to carry everything I need. Now I don't really carry a lot of things anyway, so I don't really need a bigger size. So I'm just going to show you what I can fit inside the bag. So let me just show you how the inside of the bag looks like. So there's a zipper pocket on this side, and on the other side there are two pockets, like two separate compartments. Okay, so I usually carry my mini pochette, coin purse, my wallet, sunglasses, and my wireless headset, and tissues. So you can see there's still quite a lot of room in the bag, so you can certainly fit a bit more. I can still fit a few more things like the iPad mini, it goes in no problem, and I can still close the bag very easily. There you go. I don't actually have a bag insert for my Kelly. I'm still searching for the perfect one. I didn't look for one before because I thought it's not a big bag, so it's fairly easy for me to look for everything I need inside the bag anyway. But now I'm thinking it might be a good idea to have a bag insert just because it will help to keep the shape of the bag better. So yeah, I'll appreciate some suggestions from you guys. Personally, I will not use this bag for travel, mainly because I prefer to use crossbody bags when I go away. When I'm on holiday, I usually try to take a lot of pictures because I don't buy souvenirs, so pictures are my souvenirs. So I'll be reaching for my phone a lot, and like I said, getting inside this bag is not the easiest. But apart from that, I'm very happy with this bag. I feel like it's a wonderful piece to have in my closet. It goes with a lot of things, and it just looks so elegant and classy. So yeah, I'm very happy with this bag. I've really enjoyed using this bag. Again, like I say, I've used this bag quite a lot. I feel like it goes with a lot of things I wear. I think the bag can look amazing on when you have a casual outfit, like if you have a simple t-shirt with a pair of skinny jeans. This bag really will make you look very put together. And if you're going to a formal event, if you have a girly dress on, this can really complement your outfits as well. So I feel like if you get the Kelly in a neutral color, it can be like an all occasion bag. You can actually use it for many events. I'm very happy to have this in the black color. I know some people think it's a bit boring, but for myself, I feel like it goes with absolutely everything. So yeah, I think this will be a forever piece in my collection. In terms of getting a Kelly, I waited about 6 months to get the bag. Don't quote me, but according to my essay, getting a Kelly is not as impossible as getting a Birkin. So if you are getting your first Hermes bag, I'm not sure if you might want to go for a Kelly bag, just because I know getting a Birkin is a lot harder, but obviously that depends on your personal preference, but that's just my experience. So yeah, I waited about 6 months for this bag. So that's my video about the Hermes Kelly 28. I hope you find this video helpful. For myself, when I make a big purchase, I usually try to look for all the information I can and do enough research just to make sure the bag is right for me. Especially with like a Hermes Kelly, I know you can't just go into a store and say, can I try a Kelly on please? Because most of the time obviously they will say they don't have one in the store. So if you've enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, and I would really appreciate if you consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.